Well, this stock has done absolutely nothing over the last month. And even though this company has released one piece of news a week, the stock has just decided to not do anything. In this video, we're going to go ahead and break down Sgbx's news that has come out over the recent month, and I'm going to share what I'm doing, whether I'm buying, selling, or I'm still holding. So if you're like me, you've looked at this stock and you've questioned their valuation on a daily basis. I mean, the company is going to have more revenue this year than their entire market cap, and they continue to get new projects every single month. But this market has been crazy, and regardless of what we think about the current valuation, it is what it is. But starting with the earliest piece of news, on November 30th, Sgbx was selected as manufacturer for a United States military-sensitive compartmented information facility. Now, it's going to be difficult to really dive deep into this piece of news simply because there wasn't a lot that was said, but I think this news alone shows the potential for Sgbx to expand to various sectors. One thing that I love about this company is that they have multiple verticals, from real estate to medical facilities to the food facilities as well. And I think that there is plenty of potential for Sgbx and the United States military to expand upon their current relationship. But if not, I'm okay with this because of the fact that they have so many projects already. For me, this is just another project for Sgbx to prove that they can execute on their contracts. This project is expected to be complete by Q1 of 2022. And that is great news considering the fact that most of their projects are going to be more in the back half of 2022 and going into 2023. So for this company to generate more revenue in the first half of 2022, that shows that they'll be able to sustain themselves until the larger projects come into fruition. But this is what I'm really excited for. In their article, it says that Sgbx aims to make current and future manufacturing space available for military and federal contracts, as well as any projects associated from the recently passed infrastructure bill. This is important in my opinion because with the infrastructure bill, they are constantly looking for new opportunities to be able to expand upon their business, as well as take advantage of the amount of money that is being thrown into the economy. And the second piece of news, and this news is what many of you have been waiting for. And all I have to say is Blink charging. On December 6th, Sgbx announced that SGB Development Corporation and Blink Charging are entering into a master development and production agreement for EV charging stations at all SGB Development Corporation properties. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that I did not expect this kind of news. I expected maybe a small contract here or there, but not one that involves all the SGB Development Corporation projects. But that goes to show how important it is for them to execute on their current contracts. Their first project is for 300 or more EV chargers at their property in Lago Vista, Texas. And the CEO of Blink said, "We couldn't think of a better project to kick off our relationship with Sgbx Development Company than Lago Vista in Austin. Austin is a leading city in innovation and positioning Texas at the forefront of EV technology." And I think that he hit the nail on the head. If we look at the fastest growing cities, Austin, Texas is actually ranked at number 14. And if they pull this off, I wouldn't be surprised to see more projects like this in the near future. The last main piece of news that I wanted to share is the announcement of their advisory board. Now, this may not seem like a big deal to some people, but I think that this is a significant move for Sgbx for multiple reasons. First, as I mentioned earlier, Sgbx has so many different verticals that they need all different kinds of people to be able to fill in this advisory board. The members of this advisory board are industry leaders in real estate, hospitality, and manufacturing. As I said before, I think the main focus is on their current contracts, and this will definitely help keep the management team accountable, not only executing current projects, but also bring some much needed guidance as to what the next couple of years could look like. As much as new projects are nice, they already have some major projects that they should focus more of their time on. So I think that this news at this time is perfect for the company. The final thing that I wanted to share is the development map for Sgbx that was released on December 8th. Looking at this, I believe, is a good reminder for all of us to remember what Sgbx has the potential to do. Not only to grow revenues, but to expand their business outside current locations. This company right now has over 2,000 units on their pipeline, with over $450 million in potential revenue over the next 5 years. I think the major thing to keep in mind is that this does not include their other partnerships that they've had come out, like Street Food USA. As I've stated numerous times, everything with this company comes down to execution. And one thing that I've liked about Sgbx recently is that they are constantly keeping us updated with some of the projects that they have going on right now. I believe that their current efforts to be made more known will pay off, especially with deals like Blink. It is only a matter of time before funds start seeing the potential not only of the company itself, but recognize that modular constructions are here to stay. Now, when it comes to valuation, I want to warn you all that the construction sector has a current price to sales ratio of a 1.41 over the trailing 12 months. Assuming that Sgbx has $38 million in revenue for the trailing 12 months when next quarter comes around, the company should be valued at about $53 million. which is roughly a 2x from the current share price. But the thing to consider about SG Blocks is that they're a growth company, so they should have a higher multiple. But I think because of how low the overall sector's price to sale ratio is, it could be unappealing to a lot of investors. For some people, this is not going to be the biggest play if it's in your portfolio. But with all of that said, I still want to pick the best stocks that I see available. And I believe that SG Blocks is going to perform really well over the next 2 to 3 years. So right now, I already have a decent sized position, and I don't want to add too many more shares. So what I'm doing is if the stock price drops below $2, I'm buying. Anything else, I'm fine with just holding. I've dropped my cost basis significantly over the last 6 months, and now I'm comfortable with my current position. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, would you consider destroying that like button? That helps this channel immensely, as well as comment down below what your thoughts are on the recent news that SG Blocks has had. Would love to hear your thoughts on that. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you are notified when new content comes out. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next one.